How's it going? Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Monday the 8th of September. 15 steel set, as always, timecodes will be in the description if you just want to fast forward to one of these options. Now I only think you should bother with these three. Patrolling Horror is kind of quick, but it's potentially quick. Sometimes it can take ages because of the nature of Imperial City. It's a bloody PvP Wild West out there, so while it's very exciting, sometimes it can be pretty unreliable. You don't have to kill the boss. Even if there's like a group that rocks up and kills it and you participate, it still works. But yeah, sometimes it's just, yes, shit that happens with this is very unreliable, so I don't much do it. And then yeah, cycle bosses in the Infinite Archive with a partner, it's slow. 30 minutes probably, maybe more, maybe less, just depending on how things go. Whereas these ones here, these will all take you just a few minutes once you set up. It might be a little bit of setup beforehand, but yeah, that's all you really need to consider. So I'll start with deconstructing at a woodworking table. You don't need anything for this. Let me show you the two methods. There's a above level 10 method and then a below level 10. Now the main option is using the Imperial City. So queue through the Alliance War tab. I know I talked about patrolling horrors, but this is the main reason you should be here. So in the Imperial City safe area in the sewers, there are weapon racks all over the place, and they have bows and staves on them. And these, when deconstructed, count as woodworking table items. So that's my way I suggest doing it. The reason I suggest this over the other way, below level 10, is because that way everything is stolen. So unless you have a Nightblade with Cloak, you can get a bounty if you get spotted while stealing that stuff. But I'll go through that one as well. There is something you can do to make that easier. But yeah, the areas that you will find are a little bit different depending on your alliance. So if you're Ebonheart Pact or Covenant, it looks slightly different. But if you just keep your eyes open and look around the weapon racks, as well as the rooms with the crafting stations, and especially the room that has the store NPCs, the ones you get all your different stuff from, there is also some woodworking items on these tables and the racks in this room that you can also use. So once you've got 8 items, all you need to do is find the woodworking station. There is always one in the safe zone as well. It's always in the room with the... sorry, where am I? Yeah, over here. It's always with the room that has the leather tanner sort of icon. And yeah, here it is here. Let's go here. Get the 8 items that you found off the floor, basically, and deconstruct those, and your job's done. And once you're ready to leave, you just go to this tunnel here with the door, go here, and when you queued in, it'll zap you straight out where you came in from. So it's also very convenient for movement's sake. The below level 10 option, because you can't actually queue for Imperial City unless you're level 10, just to cover all the bases here, there are a couple of places in Oridon that I usually use, or Skywatch as well, that I usually use to loot a bunch of woodworking items and then literally do the same thing. So this here, there's 4 shields in this room in the Fighters Guild over here. So I usually take a couple of those items. There's a shield over here. You can actually hide in front of this person here. Apparently they don't exist or something. There's a bow over here, but I usually don't grab it because it's, unless you have Cloak, it's impossible to grab it without getting a bounty. Then make your way to Bright Steel Armory, this building here. It's got the same thing. Bunch of bows in this room on weapon racks. One there. There's a couple here. A couple on this weapon rack here. There's, yeah, I think 6 items in this building in total. In the Crystal Vial, upstairs, you've also got a bunch of Inferno staves on this weapon racks here that you can use. There's also, in Starfall Arcana, there's a few staves as well, and you might be able to find a couple in some other places. But yeah, Crystal Vial, Bright Steel Armory, and Fighters Guild, that's all you need as far as I've never needed more than these 3 buildings here to get all I need. Okay, now let's discuss treasure chests. 3 ways for this. Dolmens are good. The treasure chests from treasure maps are good too. And public dungeons, I think, are also really good because they are littered with treasure chests, especially treasure chests, especially some of the dungeons. For example, Forgotten Crypts. Oh yeah, do treasure chests before you do flesh Atronachs if you're going to do Dolmens for it, because Dolmens can spawn flesh Atronachs, so that can get 2 of these done at once. If not, just do the flesh Atronachs after. It's not a big deal. It doesn't take much longer. So yeah, it looks like I got some fortune on my side for this Dolmen. So here's some flesh Atronachs and some colossal flesh Atronachs. Is that what they're called? Flesh Colossus, I think they're called. The big dudes. So they both count. These things here count too. That's really good. The odds of you getting these though is quite low, so don't count on this to work. But yeah, still try it just in case it does work. I assume most people know how Dolmens work, but just to be sure, get the pinions down. Once you kill enough enemies, the pinions open up, and you close them to progress the Dolmen. You also get resources back for doing that. And then after the pinions go down, there'll be a boss. Just gotta kill the boss. They're about as tough as like a bit less tough than a public dungeon boss. But yeah, pretty easy. You might get a few woodworking items from this too to deconstruct if you want to do that. But yeah, not necessary. And then here's the chest, so you loot that, and that'll be a treasure chest. So you just need to do that twice. So for Dolmens, I either suggest Oridon, because these Dolmens are all really close to a Weishan. Just the initial run over to get these Weishans is a bit of a trek. But you can use Barbed Hook Private Room or Matisse in Manor to get to these Weishans a little bit quicker through home tours. Alika Desert is also great because you got this Dolmen here, this Dolmen here, and then this Dolmen here. They're all really close to a Weishan as well. And there's always groups in Alika Desert that you can join, and they're constantly doing Dolmens. So it's usually pretty easy to port to these Dolmens directly with these people. You just have to get to Alika first. Deshan is also good, especially since one of the sets you can get from the jury from Dolmens is the Mother Sorrow set, which is pretty good. So yeah, this can be another good one. So you got this Weishan, that one's a little bit further, but yeah, the other two are fine. And then this Weishan here. Alright, so next up I'll just discuss the treasure maps. So if you don't have any, go to guild stores here. You go to treasure map here and under trophy and miscellaneous, and this will give you the treasure maps. So usually you'll be able to find some for cheap. If you don't have many Weishans unlocked, my advice is to look at the trainee zones. Stros Makai is one, for example. Let me go through them. So there's Belfoyen, Blickrock Isle, Stros Makai, as I just mentioned there, Betnik, and Kanathi's Roost. Artaeum's also really good if you've got Somerset, because the zone here is really small. But yeah, it just depends on what you've got Weishans for. Because in this case, I don't have many in Stonefalls. If I don't want to get a treasure map there, just on the basis that it might be annoying to get there. When it comes to finding your treasure maps, I will link one thing in the description that can help you. This is Lost Treasure. So it shows up the treasure maps on your map and also on your minimap too. So if you don't have this, if you're on like old consoles, you can also use the web. There's websites that if you just type in the treasure map name, for example, Betnik Treasure Map 2 here, it's this one here, you can use that to just pinpoint the location for you. And yeah, you earth up this treasure chest, you loot it, and that'll be the endeavor done there. Other third suggestion for chests is to use public dungeons, because these things are teeming all over the place usually. So let me just loot this one. And the reason I suggest this is, as you can see by Obsidian Sky here, these are all the chest locations in this small sort of delve. That's a public dungeon, but it's basically, it feels like a delve, how big it is. There is usually several chests up at any given time in this place. So if I just go through, for example, let's ignore this big ombre, look over here, there's nothing there. So you can see a chest over here behind the Grimoire. There you go, there's another one there. It's over here. You got this one as well. The all the chest locations for this public dungeon and the other public dungeons that I usually go for. This one here, as far as I'm aware, I've found every single location. So that was Obsidian Scar and Rivenspire. I'll have a map in the description through Imgur where I'll showcase all of the I'll have all the locations for all the chests there in an image. Same thing with the public dungeon for Bankara, Rezek's Wheel. That one I think I've got almost all the places for that. Labyrinthian as well, I've got all the locations for that. And then Forgotten Crypts, I've basically got all the locations for that one too. And yeah, there are just so many chest locations in them, and there's usually a couple of chests literally at any given time, like at any moment. You just got to run around for a few minutes and then you'll find some. Just depends on how busy it is. If there's a bunch of players running around, it might be more annoying. But yeah, it's usually not too bad. And, you know, unlike patrolling horrors, the players can't kill you at that point, so it's not really slowing you down too much. They help you, I think, because they kill the enemies while you're trying to run around. Okay, Flesh Atronachs. So this is a Flesh Atronach. The flesh, like the Colossus that you can find at Dolmens, also count. But there's only one place I really suggest this one if you've already done your treasure chests and you just want your Flesh Atronachs, and that's Abermath right here. So if you can, with the Flesh Atronachs in Abermath, just give them don't do what I did there and be an idiot and bloody blast them as quick as you can. Leave them for other people, because there's probably going to be other dudes running around. I think you'll find other people will do the same thing. So yeah, Abermath, there's about 15-20 Flesh Atronachs all over the shop, and they'll just be around like 1 or 2 at a time. So you just got to run around a bit and have a look. You'll probably get here and a few of them will be up, like the rest will just be dead, because everybody else has got the same idea. Come to Abermath, because this is honestly the only real place I would suggest doing this. So, Abermath. How do you get here? In order to reach Abermath for the first time, I think the quickest way is to use the boatswain in... there's either the boatswain or through home tours here. So, firstly, the boatswain... Oops, sorry, excuse me. I want to... Oh, no, I didn't mean to put that down. I want to leave my lives for other people to kill, because I already got my Atronachs. Oh god. I think I can't get back up. Hold on. Oh yeah, I can. All good. Bit of parkour. So the area of Abermath, this area here also has Flesh Atronachs. So be aware of that. It's not just this section here. This area here, this area here. I think this area here also has some Flesh Atronachs. So this area is quite big, but there are a limited amount of Flesh Atronachs that are here. So yeah, it's just that Abermath is the only place I would really bother with Flesh Atronachs, because there's just so few other places that work well. Now, I'll just show you quickly how to get to Abermath if you've never been before. There's 2 ways. One is to use home tours using Doomshire Plateau. So if you go to home tours, browse homes, and then go to D, Doomshire Plateau. Travel to one of these. It doesn't matter which one. It's free. Once you travel to the house, just use this portal to go back. And what this will do is it will send you to Malavel Tor. You'll rock up in sort of the western central area, right here. And it's just up the road here. You can come down here, go down here through Tanglehaven, come down here, get this way shine, and then you'll have easy access to Abermath, and you just come down here and just start killing the ones over here. And if there's none here, just check over here. The other way is to use the boatswains in Auridon. I'll show you that one too. To start here in Auridon, in Vocal Guard, you'll have this way shine by default, so everyone's got access to this. You just go south, and over here, on this section of the pier, you'll have the navigators. So, Selen Dilwen, this is the one you talk to. So go, I'd like to travel, and then go Reaper's March. Once you reach Reaper's March, just talk to her again. I'd like to travel, and then go Malavel Tor. You will rock up in the town of Volkweisen in Malavel Tor. So, you've got this way shine here, and then you can just come down here. You unlock this way shine, and then, again, you've got easy access to Abermath from that point. Alright, one last thing before I go. Take a look at your characters and see if they've got a main quest called the Castle of the Worm. This one here. This quest, it's a solo instance, so that means nobody else can actually come in and do anything in your version of the instance. There are Flesh Atronachs in this quest. There's a couple at the very start, and then as you go in after a few minutes, you'll rock up to like a chill room, and it'll have a bunch of flesh Atronachs too. So this way, you're not doing a Dolmen, you're not doing Avamath, where other people can kill them and you have to wait. This one here, it's just you killing them. So yeah, this one can work too. And there's more than 5 flesh Atronachs in this. But yeah, if you don't have it, and if you've already found the Waystone near Avamath, this one will probably be quicker anyway. But yeah, that's just another option to make this one a little better if you don't want to go to Avamath or wherever. Alright, so that's Endeavours done. So any questions, just give me a holler as always. I'll be going through the weekly tonight as well. It's pretty easy. I just go casting skills with actual skill stars. Wouldn't really bother with the other two. But yeah, that one will be out soon. So thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. See you next time. Take care for now.